Another Western Hockey League season has wrapped up for the Lethbridge Hurricanes, and despite losing out late in the playoffs, it turned out to be a very good year. As a 500 club, the Canes found a way to make it back to the Eastern Conference Final for a second year in a row, only to lose out to the new champs from Swift Current. The man in charge, though, says it sure didn't start out well in the first half of the season.
I think that we really struggled in the first half to really have any kind of consistency, and it seemed almost like we, just weren't sharp and maybe a little complacent in a lot of ways. We had an older defense. We had a real good goaltender. We just thought and then I think that losing Vandervlis, first of all, not having Manel come back, I thought really hit our team hard because it kind of changed things. And then right away we made the deal to get Tate Olson, who was a little later getting ready with his shoulder. Vandervlis then hurt his shoulder, so he was done for the year. So there was a couple things that happened early that I thought really played a part in our team and in our dressing room, I think, in a lot of cases.
After the Christmas break, however, things positively changed for Lethbridge. Peter Anholt made a blockbuster trade with Swift Current, which some fans thought would be the end of the Hurricanes for the season. But that certainly wasn't the case.
And so for us, it made some sense to move some older guys, even though it was probably one of the worst days of my life in a lot of ways. And yet, from an organizational standpoint, we just felt that because of the division the way it was, we felt that we could at least win a couple rounds, and if we did, we'd get to the Eastern Conference Final. And really, I think it surprised some people, but it really didn't surprise us in our room, in our coaching staff's room. It didn't surprise us a bit because of how things were laid out. There were some things that happened through the year and how guys developed and how guys played, which really brought it on. Fliddell was really, really good for us. Morrison, we wouldn't have got where we got to in the playoffs without the job that Morrison did for us, and Olsen and guys like that. So, I think that really when it's all said and done, it puts us in a real good situation to be good, over a longer period of time, and I think that that's what you really strive for.
The Hurricanes should be a force to be reckoned with in the Central Division come the 2018-19 season starting this fall, with the likes of Jordy Bellerive, Dylan Cousins, Logan Barloggy, and others leading the charge. Anholt knows it won't be easy when it comes to some decisions which have to be made in the next few months, but he's confident this will be a very good team.
So up front, I think we've got some really good depth, and we've got some pieces, and we're going to have some serious decisions to make with our front end. I think our back end, we've got some work to do to shore it up. But that being said, our younger guys should take a whole different step. Addison, Cousins, Barloggy, guys like that should all take a step. And I believe that even our guys that are 99s should take a step. Joseph, we believe there's more there for us. But our back end, I think we have to maybe do some things to shore it up. And right now we're comfortable to go into the year with Clausen and Tedachuk and Thompson. But if we get a chance to shore that position up, we will too. That's the process.
One thing is for sure, the Hurricanes had another great season on paper. The final numbers aren't in just yet, but the community-run franchise is expected to post another healthy profit. This was the third consecutive year the Canes have appeared in the postseason, and the long playoff runs have translated into money in the bank. For a club which was losing piles of cash just a few seasons ago, the financial fortunes have changed a great deal.
Ultimately, it's the on-ice product that sets the tone. That's first and foremost. You can do all the marketing that you want, but ultimately it's what you put on the ice, and that you have a chance to win on any given night. And then also, our organization has probably had more home playoff dates in the last 2 years than any other team in our whole league. So that says a lot about our organization and the job that our office staff has done for us to keep things rolling up there. Has been just, led by Terry Huseman, but the board led by Doug Paisley and Reed Williams and the rest of them. I mean, they give us the opportunity to do our job, and they let us do our job and give us some guidelines, but for the most part they let us do our jobs, and that's first and foremost in the whole thing. It starts from the top, and I can't say enough about what our board has done for us as a staff. And then our coaching staff has been really, really good over the last number of years, and I look at this year alone, the job that Brent Kissio and his staff did for Brad Morrison. Just you want to isolate a situation. The job that they did with Brad Morrison might arguably, in my mind, might be the greatest coaching job I've ever seen. So that says a lot about what we do for our players. We want our players to be pros. We treat them like pros. We get them to act like pros. And I think we've really, really taken a step with that. And not that it wasn't done before. It's just that we kind of have found a niche and found a way to have a little bit more success. And we're really proud of what we've done here. But we're not satisfied. We think there's more to be done, and we think that we've got the people to do it.
For the community producers, I'm Pat Siedlecki.